Tip number 14, ladies and gentlemen, the developer's trap. At the peak of the property boom, I saw countless people trudge into my office with the idea that they were going to make their million in developing. There was a lot of shows and books and everything else that were encouraging these people to do so. Unfortunately, I don't believe it's all it's cracked up to be. And there's a few salient points that I would suggest you need to factor in before you decide whether developing is for you. Let's have a look at some of those now. Point number 1, value your own time. It's essential. A lot of people don't factor that in, and in the life of this development, you can see at 10 hours a week, it's costing this developer $23,000. The next one, you've got to get the timing right. Picking a 7-year cycle for the experts is hard enough. Indeed, people that actually purchased and pressed on with the idea of developing at the peak of the boom actually fell foul of that and actually lost a lot of money. Be very careful. Furthermore, point number 3, you need to rely on experts, architects, real estate agents, builders, valuers. All these experts are giving you what you require for the end product, but you're relying on other people. So if they get it wrong, i.e. the architect gets the wrong type of building, the agent tells you need a 3x2 when indeed 4x2s are required, it just puts you into too many points of contention in developing a profit. Fourth, exposure to risk, cost, time overrun. Very few people have I met involved in the building game have not experienced some form of cost overrun or time overrun. They don't add in the true value of the land. This is a classic. They've owned the land for X number of years, they've purchased at a lower value and they don't put in the true value at today's price. So they're making a profit that's not a true developing profit. They neglect to add in the interest holding cost, which is a huge component, especially if there's a cost overrun, time overrun, or a delay in selling the end product. Time is money. Failure to allow for GST. That saw countless people when GST was introduced fall foul of that because 1/11th, which is typically what a lot of the profit was soaked up by the GST. Finally, they factor in the capital growth as a developer profit, especially in the peak of the boom. Property was actually increasing at a rapid rate and they saw that as a developer's profit. Realistically, ladies and gentlemen, unless you've got a real feel for the developing side of it, I would suggest a passive investment that has some blue sky potential for the future could be a way to go. But actually the bricks and mortar, you're only going to make wages out of that, if that, and you're going to expose yourself to a lot of possibilities of things to go wrong. I like to take the simple approach and say, let's look at a passive investment and maybe sell on the ideas of an approval or plans to somebody else who wants to take that risk. Love to talk you through those concepts, the plans, the ideas of how you can actually benefit best from a property that has a development opportunity. Thank you.